Impact imminent.
ИТС засовывала One Sci-fi podcast.
All right, yeah, right. Hello and welcome. What number are we?
172.
Hello, hello and welcome to 172, the Solo Sci-fi podcast. And over in my far corner is Copeland. Check out his channel, aka Michael Paul. I'm aka Martin Fowler. I talk about obscure science fiction and forgotten TV series, and I'm by the gods of science fiction. And we have the guest.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah,
What have you got?
I know. Yeah, I know. Just don't, yeah, okay, right.
So, are you sci-fi Matthew Corbett now, are you? Or are you more like Harry Corbett?
Well, he just moved in. He just appeared. I woke up this morning, lived here.
Yeah?
So,
Where did you find him? Where did he... Where was he hiding?
I found out. I bought a friend one, and there were a deal on eBay, and I got Sweep and 2 Sooties. I bought it for a friend, and so
I had a sweep puppet when I was a kid, and it used to have a little sort of bag inside it, and so you could squeeze it and make a sweep sort of like noise. Does yours do that? He's always quiet, isn't he? Sooty's quiet. That's it. Bye, Sooty.
Right.
I can't believe you're doing this. Jesus Christ. Right.
Well, these are real people. They've got.
I'm sorry. I know, of course. Sorry, I'm trying to be more sensitive. Sorry. Go on. Now look, luckily I've got a pair of scissors here. I could easily cut his head off.
Don't be horrible.
What? This is how I had them by chance. I thought, this could be useful. Yeah. Snippety snip snip snip. Oh, okay, that's very nice. Does he go squeak then? Does he make a noise? Yes, this is great, Martin. This is lovely. Right, well, that's a really. I'm glad you got to. What are they? Lodgers? Are they or?
Well, they just moved in. They just moved in, and okay. I've got another one actually. So you know.
Okay, brilliant. Well, that's good. That's really good. I hope you have a lot of happy times together. God. Okay. That's completely. Well, that was a great show. I mean, we're going to talk about a sort of film which has aliens bursting out of people's chests. The sort of like idea of humanity being a mistake and everything, but it's okay because Sooty and Sweep will save the day. Is that what we're saying?
Well, they might do. You know.
Is Matthew Corbett still around? Yeah. What's he saying?
He's saying that is he live on the internet, and he's saying hello to you, and he watches your YouTube channel.
Actually, do you know what? I've got Sooty's invisible friend. Do you want to see him?
No.
There we go. Look. Hello. Wick. There we go. This is Snoobits. Hello, there's Sooty. How's Snoobits? Snoobits, what do you say to Sooty? Fuck off. No, he doesn't like you, Sooty. Bye, Snoobits. He's going now. Bye-bye. Look. Bye-bye. There he goes. I've got rid of Snoobits.
Well, there you go. Well, it's all a bit of harmless fun, isn't it?
Oh, dear. So, are they going to go now?
No, carry on.
Solo One Puppets podcast. So, apart from your guests, how are you? I mean, are you cold enough? Is it cold enough for you where you are?
Yeah. No, we're talking about Prometheus. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah. That's all right. Yeah. Carry on.
Yeah. All right. Oh, fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
All right, carry on. Sci-fi.
No, it's fine. Go on. So. Oh,
come on.
I'm losing to the will to live. Oh,
go on. Carry on.
No, it's fine. So what do you want to say your end? What's happening your end apart from Sooty and Sweep?
Oh, I just loved your reaction.
Oh, What am I supposed to say to that? What am I supposed to say?
I apologise.
Don't apologise. It's a joy. It's a mutual. You know, if you, I mean, I've brought a lot of guest co-hosts on the show over the years. You know, from all sorts of people, and yeah, this is your. The thing is, right? You can always bring on guests your end. I mean, not necessarily Sooty and Sweep, but you know, we actually,
well, next week it'll be in you.
Well, I'll tell you what. My old buddy Malcolm Patterson, he's actually says he might be on with us at some point. And there's one thing he suggested. He suggested a few films. I want to do with him, if you don't mind. He wants to do the 2 Peter Cushing Doctor Who movies, which I think would be quite an interesting one. I'd like to do that.
Oh yeah, I'm up for that. Yeah.
Yeah, we've not done that, and I'm quite a fan of those 2 movies. Actually, I know there's something about them. I kind of like them.
Yeah, I've got them.
I've got them too.
I don't mind them actually.
Yeah, I think they're all right. I think they're very entertaining.
Right.
So
grew up on them. You know, I grew up on them. So.
Yeah, they're special, and even though they're not of canon, but they're something about them I kind of like. So that'll be coming up soon.
I watched For All Mankind season 4. I'm going
to be watching it soon. I'm just watching. No, go no. But I'm watching The Walking Dead World Beyond.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
And after that, I'm going to do For All Mankind. So the next couple of weeks.
It was weird. It sort of got really really picked up in second half.
I saw the ratings of the actual viewing ratings were going up. It was definitely must have gone up.
And then it sort of flattened out towards end, but it was interesting. I mean, I don't know. I think I know where they're going now, but does it work? Sort of interesting. No spoilers. I look forward to this.
Yeah, but I'm definitely going to do it. It's only 10 episodes. I watched the first one. I was very underwhelmed. I'm going to rewatch that and then watch the other 9.
Yeah.
In the next couple of weeks, and then we'll review that because we reviewed seasons 1 and 3. We did a joint one with I think that's what we did with Tom Julian a while back, and it's nice to review it again. So yeah, I'll look forward to that. Because we are mostly doing films at the moment because there's not a lot of new series to actually review.
No.
You know.
No, I do recommend you should start watching Reacher on Amazon.
Reacher, okay, what's that about?
Have you ever seen the film with Tom Cruise? Jack Reacher, is it or something?
I've seen most Tom Cruise. I don't think I've seen that.
He's very good. He's I don't know. He's that secret agent dude, and he's not in it anymore. But he turns up in places and things happen, and he sort of gets involved. And I mean, the guy who plays is built like a
Brit Privy, yeah, Brit shithouse.
Yeah,
okay.
But it's really good. Season 2 finishes tomorrow, so. Everybody's screaming about it, so I recommend it. It's based on a series of novels.
Okay.
And it's absolutely. I do recommend the first season. It's called Reacher. I do recommend you should watch it. There's that new Marvel series, Echo.
Oh, yeah.
I've not seen it yet. I've seen What If, the alternative story.
Oh, I heard about that. I heard about this alternative idea.
I have to say. I've been very impressed with that.
And I heard that they're talking about doing something with Star Wars where it's a what if, like if Anakin didn't turn evil or if Luke Skywalker, I kind of like that idea. It might be an interesting.
Yeah, well, I like this. It's been very good so far, so I'm quite impressed. I'm going to try this Echo thing over the weekend. It's meant to be good. I don't know.
I finished off watching Monarch. Legacy of Monsters, Series 1, Season 1.
Any good?
Yeah. But do you know what? It's not, you hardly see Godzilla. He's in it. It's not just a Godzilla's trampling down a city. They're all running away. They're trying to stop it. It's about there's like an alternate kind of dimension portal under the earth where these titans come out of. And they find a way in. There's also a time discrepancy. There's a sort of time. It's actually, I kind of liked it.
You know what that ties into, don't you? That there was a plan for this. I don't know, but the second movie flopped, so it's Pacific Rim.
Oh, okay, that's another one I liked as well. Pacific Rim. Oh, we can review that soon. Actually,
you see the connection with the dimensional rift.
I'll tell you what. What about if we
It
do?
was being rumoured for a long time.
Well, look, I'll tell you what. If you want, do you want us to review? If I look at Pacific Rim over the weekend, do you want to do that next week?
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've only seen it once, and I quite liked it.
I watched a film that were made. It was a sci-fi film. You can't. I got a rare copy of it, and it were made. Gary Graham's in it, who played.
From Alien Nation.
Yeah, and I do recommend you should download this because this was made 20 years before Pacific Rim. It's about giant mech warrior robots.
Okay.
And it's Gary Graham. They've cleaned it up, and it's basically two nations fight for resources by using giant mech warrior robots.
Okay.
And it's really good. It's called Robot Jocks. You should be able to find it. It's worth it. I'd like to review this, but this was set. You see, Pacific Rim nicked everything from that.
Yeah.
It's worth a lot because the casting in it is very good.
I like Gary Graham. I like him. I've always liked him in the stuff he's been in. He's done quite a lot of Star Trek roles.
The main dude in it.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. I'll put it on the list. Yeah, I mean, what we try to do is we try to alternate. I mean, you recommend a movie to me, and then most of the movies I reviewed or you've seen before, some you haven't, but I like that. It's kind of like not only are we sharing stuff with people out there, but we're also kind of learning for ourselves, and it's just nice to have an archive of all these movies. News-wise, there's not a lot going on. There's a few things going on. So Star Trek at the moment is all sorts of things. They are going to be still doing the Academy series that we know about. Apparently, Terry Matalas has still not been approached by Paramount to make a Star Trek Legacy series, but now apparently Patrick Stewart has been showing interest in some TV movie or something which he could be doing. But there's also all sorts of things. Apparently, there's still possibly a fourth Kelvin timeline movie. There's also a possibility of a no, but
just stay away from that.
Yeah, but there's also another movie.
There's not you. I'm on about.
No. Just, what have I done?
Give us the series.
Everyone's saying
Star Trek Legacy. Do the Picard thing. Give us the series. I don't care about.
No, that's the way. That's really. Fuck
Kelvin
everything else. Box everything else. Get rid of all the rest of it. Just do that. That's all we want.
That's where look, mind the language, but that's where they fucked up.
Of course.
Right, we've had Kelvin first. It was shit. Right, it was watchable. And I thought, is this what we're going to be stuck with? Finally got Picard. It worked. They're on the right track.
Season 3 worked. Yeah, the first two were a bit of that.
Season 3.
Yeah.
And Strange New Worlds. Stick to the main verse now, because I want to get into 25th century. I couldn't care less about rest. I don't want the origin of the Enterprise and Kirk as a kid. That's what they're talking about again. I don't want it.
No. And the thing is, you see, and people say...
We need to move on into
the but
future.
People are saying, what about the 32nd century discovery? Everyone's saying, no, we don't like that period. That was shit.
I think that's going to get deleted because the messed up one.
Stay with the 25th. The 25th century, right? You've got the backbone of the original series, which is like 100 years before. Then you've got the Next Generation, which is like 30 years. DS9, 25 years. Voyager, 20 years.
It's all there for you to explore and use stuff.
They should do that.
And what do we get? Some genius goes, I know, in the writing room. I know what we'll do. We'll get Sooty, right, as Captain Kirk, and Sweep as Spock, and we'll go back. We'll go back to when they were at school, and how they grow up into Star, and like, here we go again. I don't want all that.
They covered that. They covered that briefly in the first Trek 2009 movie. It started off at the Academy with young Kirk. You don't need that. Why do they keep going to the Academy? I'm getting bored of this.
And then it's another timeline, and look what they did. They took a classic movie like Rafa Khan, right? Rafa Khan, one of the best Trek movies ever made.
Redid it with
They redid their version of it, right? Now I like Benedict Cumberbatch. I don't blame him. I thought he played.
Oh no, he's but he was not.
But what annoyed me They went, he had to do it. They couldn't help themselves. I know. Let's get, instead of Spock dying, we'll get Captain Kirk to die. And he's there at window.
We'll swap it round in engineering. Yeah.
Spock's having a freak out. And then there's the 20-minute chase across San Francisco. And Kirk's dying of radiation.
And he's saved by a tribble. He's saved by a tribble, isn't he? Or something,
they stick a tribble up his ass. And
basically, and he shuts it out again,
Just, that's it now. And don't get me started on last one. Last one was ridiculous.
I quite like that one. I quite like it Beyond. I think it was all right.
But all right, but it could have been better, couldn't it? You know, and just move into the future and build one brick at a time into something solid. They've got a chance now. That after fuck up a Discovery, right? Which like I did like the first, second season, but rest of it I just bin it. That I thought if we're getting this, they're not on right track. Then we got Strange New Worlds, and it works. It works. That's the first, and then the Picard with it and go. Then we got season 3, and we were all happy, and that's it. Michelle Yeoh and Section 31, get rid of it.
Bollocks.
You can incorporate that in a series. You know, if you're gonna do something experimental, do a Khan movie, or do a pilot on a Klingon series. You know, but it's all connected.
Do you know what? I was going to say I wouldn't. I don't always want a Star Trek series based on Starfleet. I don't know if I would be able to get into a show if it was based on the Klingon homeworld or something. I'm not sure if I'd be up for that. Would you like that? And then it's frozen up again.
You're frozen.
I know, it's all right. Can you still see me?
I can't.
Hang on, it's coming. It'll be back in a second.
Yeah, you're frozen.
It's all right. It's coming back.
Yeah, you're frozen in time. Oh, you're moving now. You're moving.
Yeah. Would you like?
You're trapped in a time field.
Would you like a series that's set on the Klingon Empire or something?
Yeah, that'd be interesting. As long as it's in the 25th century.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I don't think they're very two-dimensional though. Klingons generally. I know they're not, but I don't know whether I don't know if a series would work.
Yeah. There ain't much to it, mister.
I think a TV movie might work. I think
that's what I'm saying.
one-off. Yeah, I don't mind a one-off TV, not a whole series.
That's what I'm saying. Do a Khan movie as a TV 3-part movie trilogy. You know, put the budget in, and you could say it today. I'd love to see the eugenics war play out. I think that is a crucial part. I mean, that's what I want.
I think personally that Star Trek's future is not in the cinema. It's going to be on either streaming and TV movies. Star Trek was never really meant for cinema. It's had a mixed results, but Star Trek is, to my opinion, I think it's always worked much better as a TV format than a big blockbuster movie. It's not Star Wars. It's a whole different ball game, and like the J.J. Abrams ones, they were not Star Trek. They were Star Trek in name, but not actually what a Star Trek movie is. It was it was an interpretation, not a Star Trek. It wasn't right. It wasn't the real thing. They tried it. It's like how can I say? It's like someone tried to make a copy of something but missing something's lost in transition. It's weird. I can't explain it, but something is lost, and they're entertaining, but they're not Star Trek. You know, the only thing I've seen of Star Trek since the end of Enterprise, which I still like, I've always had a soft spot for Star Trek Enterprise. The only real Star Trek I've really
I love Enterprise.
The only thing I've seen is Star Trek Picard season 3 is definitely pure Star Trek, and Strange New Worlds is there as well. Those two are there. Those two examples, and that's it. Everything else has been like, nah.
I saw a couple of episodes of season 2 Quantum Leap. I just switched it off.
Oh God, I gave up on that.
Yeah, I did.
I watched about the first 4 or 5, and then I lost interest. And I never went back to it.
Yeah, I watched the first episode of season 2, and I thought, what the bloody hell's going on? And they lost him for 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, you know what? And suddenly all that to save her, she's with somebody else now, and he's lost. And
oh no.
And then they found her, and I just thought, well, That's I'm out of here. Can't bother.
No, I did try it. I did try it, but
Yeah.
no, I didn't click with that. It's a shame. I don't nothing against the
tried.
guy.
I gave the first 10 episodes of season 1 a real go, and it just didn't. It's not. It's just not connecting. You know.
I love the old Quantum. The old Quantum was great, but no, I don't know. I don't know. It's a shame. Right, before we go to our focus, very quickly with Star Wars.
Hang on.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah. What's that? Yeah.
He wants to know when Have you found out is Stargate coming back?
No, I haven't got a clue. No.
Okay, right. Look,
I could bring back his invisible pal again if you want, or shall I keep him away from that? He wants to come. Hang on. Look, I'm fighting. Look, disappear.
I'll stop it now. I'm sorry. I just wanted
a bit. No, all right. No, you got to stay there. All right, you got to stay there because you look rude to
I
my
won't
co-host.
do it again. I won't do it again.
That's all right. Don't worry. What was I going to say? Andor. Apparently, from the time of recording this, the guy that plays Andor, I can never remember his name. He's only got 7 more days of filming. Then that's done. Yeah. So Andor's nearly finished production now of season 2. I know it's not I know it wasn't quite what we expected, but I will definitely check it out though.
I'm going to watch it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've got the feeling season 2 is going to be better. I've got a feeling because it's getting closer to what we know now. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, there was something else in Star Wars. I can't remember what it was now, but no. All right. On that note, shall we go into our focus of the week? If you're ready.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the focus of the week.
All right. Here we go.
It's the
Solar Sci-fi
focus of the week.
All right. So this week we are focusing on a film which is it's a loose prequel, but it's not like an official prequel, but it is. It's weird. It's hard to explain, but it is. But it isn't. Let's just say it is connected to the Alien universe, which of course we're big fans of. We've already reviewed Aliens 1, 2, and the lovely Alien 3 with those lovely lovely northern cast of Alien 3, and they're a great bunch of guys. But this is set.
Yeah, can't help yourself.
I know. But this is probably set about 56 years before the Alien movies.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
and it is actually in the same universe, very, very much so. But if you haven't seen it, spoilers. You don't see a fucking alien you don't see a xenomorph in this one. You see something at the end which is started to be partly related or looks slightly like a xenomorph, but it's not. This is all about an element which was in the original Alien movie, which really wasn't focused upon, but it was intriguing at the time back in 1979, and that was, of course, the engineers. The engineers who, in theory, were the instigators of the human race. Like I said, we did see a dead engineer in Alien from 1979, and it was sort of like we thought when we watched that movie that the actual creature was the creature, but it's not. It was like a helmet and a sort of suit that they wear, and so this movie is about this group of scientists who discover some caves on Earth where they've got these written information about what potentially is some sort of alien civilization. And the crew of the Prometheus, with a number of people, including Wayland Corporation, go out to investigate and see what the effing thing this was. So, before we go into more analysis, what do you think of Prometheus from Ridley Scott?
I thought it was very good. I was impressed with it.
So
I liked how it started. In that cave. It was like when they saw the star map, and they went on a mission to go there, and they find another ship, and Wayland, who wants to become immortal, and he thinks he's a god because he's created the first artificial robot synthetic android life form, and it was totally insane, called David, and they go there, and the mission's a complete disaster. and we find out the engineers that ship were going to fly back to Earth and wipe out the human race.
That's right.
And but it had an accident and it got stuck on that planet. And I mean, they weren't exactly brilliant in their plan, the engineers, was it? I mean, but was a good film. I loved the black goo stuff, how it created.
Oh God!
When it met with DNA of any kind, it created that any type of life form, and I loved that. I thought that was super.
So I mean, one thing. So I mean, obviously the engineers instigated the creation of the human race. So did they mix that into already life on Earth, like animal life? I mean, it didn't actually say exactly. At least I missed it. When was it that our civilization was created in respect to what they added to our civilization?
According to law, they returned several times over the centuries.
Oh, so it's a slow. Okay, so it's a slow transformation. Right.
And we were meant to be their masterpiece. And they gave us paradise. If you go into Lord of all this, which I've gone right into, the engineers, well, I better not get into religion, but they sent a certain character to Earth to make the human race better, and obviously,
I mean that wasn't in the movie. That's in the
covers all this.
Oh, okay.
There's a guy because when the engineer talks to Wayland, it tells you what he actually says to him,
Yeah, which you don't see in the movie, though. You don't actually see. I mean, you see you communicating, and the engineer.
The scripts that have been released, and there's a guy. His whole channel is dedicated to this. I'll send you the link. It's really interesting. But he goes into a lot of it all. Now, the engineers had been back to Earth over centuries, and the conclusion was because it's in their eyes. We were part of them,
right?
And some of the DNA that created human. That's why we look like each other. But they created us to be the masterpiece, and they gave us a paradise, Earth. And through wars and dominate and all that, they came to the conclusion we weren't worth saving. So that ship was going to destroy Earth.
Yeah.
But there were an accident. But the other thing, when they created the black goo, they couldn't control it because it was like their own super weapon. It could turn on them.
Okay.
Because but that's what it's meant to be. Now I can send you these links to this stuff. It's fascinating, but it's number 2. Well, we'll go to number 2 in a minute. It's because in number 2, them engineers, they're not engineers on that planet. They're not engineers.
Well, they look different in the second one.
No, well, they are. They're of their race, but they're not the proper original engineers.
Did they make that clear in the second movie that they weren't the actual engineers?
Well, it's in the scripts. They're a colony of the engineers who were created. They're not as advanced. The engineers are about, or they could be, like they've got a god as well. But you see the god, and it looks part like a xenomorph. The god. It's all really weird, strange Geiger stuff artwork.
Which is always interesting to look at, isn't it, from the artistic point of view?
But there was some creature they took its blood from, and they worshipped it. It's all really weird, and that's it. So they went around like doing stuff. Whether they're benevolent or evil, it's up to you. But they created us, and they gave us paradise, and that's why they were going to do it. We were like an infection into them. We were abhorrent.
Because in the movie. In the movie, it was obviously clear that the engineers weren't happy with the way that we turned out.
No,
that's why. No. But they, although that was clear, I mean, the way you're describing it, which makes sense actually, you think about it, that because of our wars, the way that what we've done to the planet, and the way that we've advanced to a certain point, but they obviously wanted us to be more of a sort of a bit of a more supreme being, a bit more benevolent, a bit more cultured and intelligent and caring, and I just think the whole idea of it, I mean, it's not the most original. I mean, you've seen this before in films. I mean, Star Trek's got a good example where their DNA of actually every race that you see who's humanoid in Star Trek, we are all related in that to like their version of engineers, and they've actually put their DNA in the primordial soup of millions and millions of planets in the Milky Way galaxy,
Well, the engineers gave us agriculture and science as they gave us the basics like agriculture and as gifts
right.
when they kept coming back, and then they sent a few people. They took a few people, did things to them, sent them back to Earth to put us on right track, but we got rid of them.
Right.
And it's quite a dark history with them actually. But they have a god. They actually have a god. It's all pretty weird. I can send you
I was
some of the
say,
stuff.
You,
This is
you're saying you're saying that in some of the early paperwork, the actual writings, that our religions were going to, because that wasn't focused upon in the original movie.
No. So I think they have to be careful. But they're just saying that certain events in human history, when they discovered agriculture, let's keep it. There's certain things that advanced us,
so their intervention did help. So what you're saying is their interventions tried to guide us into certain elements, but we fucked up basically, and they just thought bollocks to this. We have enough of these twats. We're going to get rid of them.
But they fucked up themselves because they weren't perfect. But in the second film, they're like not engineered. They're not like them. They're like a colony of them.
But
David had contacts with the main ones for thousands of years, so we don't know where they're out there somewhere.
Yeah, But in the second one, David wiped them out. He took some of the actual canisters of the stuff they were going to use on humanity, and he wiped
them out on that planet.
On that planet,
only a colony.
It was only a colony.
The main ones, they created them.
Now, am I right in that Ridley Scott was going to be doing this as a trilogy of movies, didn't he? And they made two, and these new stuff that's coming this year, which is Alien, Prometheus, and the TV show, as far as I'm aware, they've got no connection to these movies. Is that right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you go outside into expanded universe, I mean, the engineers had a war with predators. I mean, this is so the canon now.
Okay.
This is in the expanded. It's not official. It's in the comics and It is, but there's a massive universe there. I've only just touched on about 2% of it, but you've got to go with canon. The Bible is the films, so I assume with number 2, David created the alien, the xenomorph.
Xenomorphs, yeah.
But the other end, the actual engineers are out there somewhere, and I think the third one was where we're going to actually get to see them, and there were going to be some big revelation. But the second one was so bad, and I had to turn it off after an hour and 10 minutes.
Have you actually ever watched the whole thing through?
No, I don't want to watch.
Really? I'm surprised about that. I'm just curious. I mean, okay. No. I've seen it. I mean, it was all right.
I've seen ending. It was just. I mean, David's insane, isn't he?
He gets more insane in the second one than the first one.
Yeah.
And there's another.
It killed her.
Yeah, no.
First one.
Yeah, but we don't see it. It's in between number 1 and 2, isn't it? That she gets killed off, doesn't she? Yeah.
Yeah, he does experiments. He experiments on her.
Yeah. You see his lab, don't you?
She restores his body and he kills her, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And I find that a bit of a waste, that as well, that annoying. Because she was such a big part of the first film, she was. And they killed her off, and they shouldn't have done that.
So do you think that Alien Covenant really fucked up the first one because of the way it went after that?
For me, yeah, I do. I think it went off somewhere else it shouldn't have gone. I don't know. I know you like
I hate that. No. I mean, I don't mind the second one. I mean, I'm annoyed that there was supposed to be. I know it's supposed to be a trilogy, which would have wrapped it all up. And they did the first one, which is great. The second one, which had problems. But, it could have been if they'd made a third one, it might have been that it was all... I mean, obviously, it's not just that, because the third one's got to link up to the original movies. You start to forget about the original movies. This is set before Alien. Now it's kind of like, now we have to jump from Alien Covenant to Alien, and it's a bit of a...
Well, there's two in there. There's Alien Romulus coming, and a film. So there's
I don't know where they're set. I don't know. I think Romulus is set.
I've seen the trailer.
I know. Yeah, Romulus. No, actually, Romulus is set in between Alien and Aliens. I think so. It's after these movies, so it's not going to link up fully with that.
But there was going to be a proper Aliens film set in another timeline with Ripley and Michael.
I heard about that.
But they dropped it for the Prometheus. They dropped it for Prometheus. and I wish they hadn't have done that.
So would you have preferred it if
I've seen the artwork. I've seen the artwork. It was.
I remember that. I remember that a few. Yeah, I saw that a few years ago.
Yeah,
It was quite a long time ago. So,
Such a shame.
So you regret the fact they did go with the actual alternate timeline rather and went with Prometheus?
Yeah. I think you could have. I understand you can go down through that with the engineers. I mean, you could even find an engineer and go into it. I just think they tried to go on this spiritual thing with it, like take it somewhere else of this engineering race, which are fascinating.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work. For me, first one worked superbly.
The
Second film, it just sunk it for me.
Well, look,
my opinion.
We've only got 2 minutes of Skype recording left, so we're going to have to sort of wrap this up a bit fast. So, what would you rate Prometheus out of 10?
I was going to give it an 8, but I'm going to give it a 7.
Okay.
I think a 7's enough for me. It's because the second one.
Mine tend to be this number, but I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it 7.5. 7.5,
Okay.
I think, because I liked a lot of it. I did actually, but like I said, it's lost a couple of points at least for me because of what happened and the fact that the storyline, which was so well instigated, wasn't resolved.
Yeah.
So, all right, Martin, we're going to wrap up now. I think unfortunately we've got the dreaded Skype 40-minute limit, which is very annoying for us because we could talk for hours, couldn't we, matey? So next week we're going to do what's that film review next week?
I don't know. I forgot.
What's the name of it? The one with the... Oh, shit.
Well, Sooty don't know. He's asking you.
I don't know. Well, look, whatever it is, it's the one with the robots under the water, whatever it is. I can't think of it. We'll find it.
Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim, thank you.
When you said Pacific Rim, yeah.
All right, Martin, that's fantastic. Now, as we're leaving, one thing before I go. Do you think New Who can be funny? New Doctor Who. Can it be funny when it wants to be?
Yeah, it's me and Sooty think so, yeah.
Well,
definitely.
This is a compilation which we're going to play now, and it's going to see whether that's indeed correct. So, see what you think of it. I think there's some funny scenes in it, but like I said, humour is individualistic, isn't it? Humour doesn't appeal to everybody. So there we go. Martin, Thank you very much. Thank you, Sooty. And goodbye. Your invisible friend says goodbye too, but I'm trying to keep him down because he looks rude. Sorry, Sooty. I don't want to offend you. Right, we're back. We literally got cut in mid-conversation. We were about 5 seconds away from finishing, and Zoom normally, with the last minute of your time, which you get for free, it says 59, 58, 57. You know how it goes after that. Now, today, when it reaches 1 minute, it doesn't say that anymore. It just says 1 minute. So we were talking, and then bing, Martin was cut off in mid-sentence with Sooty, and he wanted to say goodbye properly. So we've waited 10 minutes to go back, because you can't even reconnect now on Zoom. You have to wait 10 minutes. No. So now we're not rushing away now, because we're not going to. We could talk for another 45 minutes, couldn't we, Martin? We could have Sooty doing a song and dance sweep.
All right.
He can moonwalk. He can moonwalk backwards or whatever as well. So, yeah. So, I mean, like I said, oh God, he's back. Can you get? I tell you what, get spit the dog. That's the better one.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember when he was actually on a live show? He was on one of these variety shows.
Bob Carroll.
That's it, Bob Carroll. Yeah. And I think he had a new character called Cough the Cat. And
I remember that.
And I think he's doing a live thing, and I think that the head of the puppet fell off, and he just stood there. And then he just walked off. And I think that ruined his career after. I think after that he disappeared with Cough the Cat and Spit the Dog.
When people realise it's when people thought, my God, it's a puppet.
Yeah, but I
thought it was real.
Yeah, but I mean, Jesus Christ, how on earth did he? You remember that guy? 20, 30, 35 years.
Yeah, I grew up on
and he did fuck all. He just had a puppet. He just go. That's it. How did he make money?
Yeah, I know that was it.
And the Crankies. Yeah. Look at the Crankies. Fandabidosi, Fandab.
Well, look at Emu. Look at Emu.
What a load of shit.
All he did was hit people with that puppet, and he got his own show.
I mean, I say about these days, I hate Ant and Dec. I think Ant and Dec are the scourge of the universe. I think they're worse than the Borg. They're worse than anything that sci-fi has ever created. Xenomorphs, anything. The Blob.
Absolutely.
I hate them, but
Absolutely.
they're not compared to the
Absolutely.
old stuff. But you know what I mean? Go on.
Do you mind if I
What?
sort of undo what you've just said?
You can't. You can't. No, not Ant and Dec.
No, unfortunately, it has to be Ant and Dec. Yeah.
What? Oh, don't. They're terrible.
No, they did a science fiction film.
What? A science fiction
They
film?
did a science fiction film. Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Okay, what was it?
And do you know something? It's very good.
Was it Invasion of the Geordie Zombies or something, or what?
No. You remember the a couple of years ago when all the TV networks bought the alien footage of Roswell?
Oh, vaguely. Oh, yeah, vaguely.
Got on all
Yeah,
news
yeah.
networks. It were somebody that works in the Air Force, and when the top secret people took all the filmware, the evidence, they'd left a reel of film behind, and it was discovered in a barn 30 years later. And somebody bought it and sold it to all TV stations, and then it got accused of being a fake.
Okay.
Well, it's based on that story.
Okay.
And Dec acquire the tape, and something happens, and they have to replicate it.
So
And
this is
it's basically it's meant to be based on them accounts of that story. They do show some of the actual footage at the end of the film, don't they? Because when they opened the tin, the film dissolved.
Okay.
It dissolved, because it's all film. So and I have to say, I forgot what the film's called now. I have to say it's very good. It was a good film.
Was it a proper cinematic movie, or was it
Yeah, it went to cinema. Yeah, it went to cinema. Yeah, I'm sorry. I will do everybody will.
Oh no, you froze.
Okay, and after that I gave up on them. But they did that film, and that's the one thing that sort of holds them in.
Okay, after that news, I think the podcast is done. I think I'm done now. I think I've finished.
Well, I'm sorry for upsetting you.
I think I'm gonna take up knitting. I think and just go and spend the rest of my life eating kebabs.
Well, why don't we review that film?
No way! I'm not watching those twats.
Why?
No, I can't watch those. Yeah, no, I've not had ITV on my TV for the last 10, 15 years because those twats are always on
sure
it.
you can find the film out there. And
I don't want to look for it.
Why don't we review it? It's not a bad film.
No.
It's actually quite a good film.
Oh no! In the future, maybe we can do it Christmas or something. I don't know. Oh God, you're not gonna make
It's honestly, it's worth the film is quite good.
It's not. It's those two idiots. I'm sure. Look, Martin, I love your reviews. Most of the films you recommend, I enjoy. But oh God, not those twats. They're completely talentless.
Yeah, but you haven't seen the film, have you?
Yeah, I know, but they're in it. Are they sort of like grinning and like, oh, I man, I haven't got a pubic hair yet, and I'm
Have you got your phone in front of you? Have you got your phone in front of you now? Just type in Ant and Dec movie. I forgot what it's called. It's based on that film they found. We're all remember it. We're all over the world about this alien autopsy. Alien autopsy. That's it.
Oh, just as you said that, it's come up. Oh God, look at those stupid grinning faces on my phone. I can't stand them. Oh, there's this gormless look on their faces. Why, man, it's like I can't stand them. I hate them.
Well, the film's not bad. The film's not bad.
It's got a 5.9 out of 10, so it's not exactly a sort of like tidal wave of positivity. God,
I think they were hoping to launch their next career as Ernie and Eric and Ernie, but it didn't work, did it?
Got Bill
but it's not a bad film.
It's got Harry Dean Stanton from Alien, he's in it.
Yeah.
Bill Pullman from Independence Day. Why are there two twats in that bit?
Well, I don't know. Well, there's stars of it. I think we should review it.
We were having such a nice podcast, and then fucking Skype finished. Zoom stopped on us. Now, oh my god, Sooty and Anton Deck. That's been the highlights of this show, isn't it? All right, some point, but yeah. I tell you what I'm going to do. Right on YouTube, I'm going to ask my subscribers in the community. My co-host wants us to review this alien autopsy film. Should we or shouldn't we? Right? Okay. No, this is important, right?
All right. Serious mode.
156,000 subscribers on my channel, right? That's quite a few, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put it to them. Should we review this movie? And I'll let the YouTubers decide. If they say yes, it's wonderful, fine. If they say no, they're twats. Save yourself the time. What's Sooty saying?
Sooty agrees.
What, with me or you?
Oh, yeah, he thinks it's a great idea, yeah.
Oh, I think you mean... Okay. So, Sooty, do you like Anton Deck? Oh, you tosser. Right, Martin, I'm going now. We're going to watch that Doctor Who thing, comedy thing, which I set out before I recorded this. Thank you very much. We're back next week with Pacific Rim, unless I do something to myself in a nasty way in the interim, because... Oh, fuck. Martin, thank you very much. We're finishing Poppy now.
My pleasure, sir. My pleasure.
We'll see you next week on the Sci-Fi. Bye-bye, Sooty.
Live long and prosper.
Solo on Sci-Fi.
Hello, Doctor?
Oh my goodness!
I'm looking for a ghost. And you are?
Ghostbusters.
I ain't no ghosts. Yo ho ho!
Am I being weird?
I've got mail. Is that your hand, Millie?
I am a super intelligent alien being who flies in time and space. You gonna shoot me?
A sonic what? A screwdriver!
Hey!
Don't do that.
You look rough. Or is that a choice? Don't mean to conversion shame you.
It's over 1,000 years old, worth 18 million pounds. Promise me you'll be careful. I hate you.
Stormy thinks you should believe in yourself more.
Great. So now my baby's reviewing me.
What's browser history?
I'll just see if there's an off switch.
All of the mothers, every time.
Sorry.
Hello, it's Dr. Disco.
Finally, we meet.
How you been, Doctor?
What? Don't be ridiculous, Franklin. I've read the files. The doctor is a man.
Not he, she.
I've had an upgrade. The marvelous apparating man.
This I gotta see.
Lady. Apparating lady. Every time.
You don't have any vegetable matter in your trousers, do you, Brian? Only my balls.
Good evening. I'm a lizard woman from the dawn of time, and this is my wife.
Chuck a stone down or something.
Oh yeah, good idea. 20 feet.
Pantophobia. What? That's what it's called, pantophobia. Not fear of pants, though, if that's what you're thinking. It's a fear of everything, including pants, I suppose.
There are soldiers all over my house, and I'm in my pants.
That nap did me the world of good.
Can you do that? Can I say no, sir? No. Yes, then.
I'm the clever one, you're the potato one.
Yes, sir.
Did you just lock us in?
They'll never get it.
And how do we get out?
I locked it like a car. It's funny. No? A little bit.
Yes. I can't get this hat off.
Oh, my lord. She's a cactus.
Will you stop following me? I'm not your mother.
Great, we rescued a racist. Sound like it's developed a fault.
Shake! No! Shake! Policy! Nice policy!
Shut up!
Wait!
Oi!
Spanish!
Please don't do that, that's just wrong.
Dare you? And your wife!
You plan to murder me!
Don't change the subject. Shh! Shut up! You shut up!
Just barely watch it because I am armed and really dangerous and cross.
It's an evil spirit.
It's a woman.
I'm 904 years old. I'm from the planet Gallifrey in the constellation of Kasterborous. I am the oncoming storm, the bringer of darkness, and you are basically just a rabbit, aren't you?
I'm not gay.
Yes, you are.
Who has pockets? Have you ever seen a bride with pockets? When I went to my fitting at Shares Allison, the one thing I forgot to say was give me pockets!
Are you saying dinosaurs are flying a spaceship?
Brian, please, that would be ridiculous. They're probably just passengers. Did I mention missiles?
Missile? Sorry. Last time I said something like that, you hit me with your shoe. I think you literally have to sit down and unlace it first.
I speak horse. He's called Susan. And he wants you to respect his life choices.
Just want to mate.
I just want a mate.
I'm Jack Harkness, and who are you?
Stop it. Stop it.
Can I say hello to anyone?
Jan, I do not protest, though. You're not mating with me, sunshine.
A mate. I want a mate.
My revenge will be merciless. I will rip you open and devour you.
Having a day.
Thank you, whoever you are. I think you have just saved my life.
Believe me, it was an accident.
Okay, you're a doctor, help her. You're a doctor. No! It's okay, we're doctors. No! What do we do?
Such a comedian.
I'm armed. Expelliarmus!
He's got a box. He's got a Ferrari.
But you died.
Yeah. I know. I was there.
Sorry, did I hit something?
I don't suppose either of you is a doctor.
You're trying to be funny.